Ready to get us started here, Riley Patterson.
And we are underway from MetLife Stadium. And look at this. Right away, a loose football. And this is picked up by the Dolphins. And they're already in the red zone. The 18-yard line is where they take over. And how about that for some fireworks to start this one?
And the fireworks turned out to be for the kicking team, didn't they?
Yeah.
I mean, go down there, make a play, knock it free, and end up with the football. And for the team who's supposed to have the ball, now their defense has to run out on the field and see if they can slow things down a bit.
A quick scramble for the helmets, and now we switch sides. Shakes off the sand. And his first look is incomplete.
And that certainly could be a sign of things to come because they're blitzing to start this ball game. And it works for them there as they force the incomplete pass.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. They'll send a receiver in motion to the right.
They'll run. Here's Devon Achane.
And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. They do get a yard there, but only a yard. Leaves them with 3rd and 9 looming.
Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
Tua sets up to pass it.
To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
That's absolutely going to fire this defense up. They made it their mission to deny that completion, and they came through with a nice hit and knocked it incomplete.
Riley Patterson now on for the field goal.
From the left hash, this from 34.
Patterson's kick is good. So the big return had him fired up, but in the end, the offense stalls out. They only muster 3.
Yeah, the excitement was there after the return, but they didn't move the ball at all after that. They didn't even get a first down.
And Patterson back out there to send this one away. And able to get this out to the 25.
So now here comes the Jet offense as they get ready to take over.
They'll have the speedy Tyrod Taylor calling the shots, the former Virginia Tech Hokie.
The secret to his game and his success, incredible chemistry with each and every one of the guys who catches passes with him. And not only does he ask them to stay after practice or meet him before practice, he actually demands it because he knows if they have that kind of chemistry built up, they're going to be hard to beat each and every ball game.
First carry for the Iowa State man, Breece Hall.
And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down.
Well, there's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
Now it's Taylor.
Yeah, he'll find Hall. That one a first down pickup of 8.
We always talk about having to read defenses and how complicated that is. Well, this was an excellent read. Read the pressure and got rid of the football before it even got to him for a nice gain.
And when they're blitzing like that, running back usually a good spot to go with a football?
Without a doubt, because he's right in your sight line or he's near you. So you're able to just get it to him easily. And once he gets in space, that's usually a good matchup for him.
Tackled by Bradley Chubb, the number 5 pick in the 2018 draft.
Oh, there's plenty of traffic waiting for him up the middle. But give him credit, he tried barreling through anyway. They're fortunate to get a yard out of that one.
Now 2nd and 9. They'll go again to Hall.
Wiggles free. And here a juke. A Jet first down, 18 big yards that time.
It's a gain of 18. That's good for a Jets first down. First and 10 at the 45-yard line.
The contact on that run came pretty early. Nice job just to push forward and get some extra yardage. Good gain.
It certainly was, because the initial contact did not signal the end of the play. His mind, his body, his legs said keep turning forward, and he gained more yardage.
From the gun again to Davis. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
But that's not an easy play for a defensive end, because most of his responsibility has him getting upfield and working. But how about his vision to see where the play was going, crashed down inside, and tackled him for a loss.
Now Taylor. This is caught by Williams. Short completion, just 4 yards. And 3rd and 8 now.
Brings up 3rd and 8.
Taylor.
Throwing left sideline there, but it's incomplete.
Yeah, it's still early in the game. No sense taking a chance on 3rd down and forcing one into traffic. So I like the wise play he made there. Get it to the sideline out of bounds where no one's going to have a chance at it.
So on 4th down, Austin McNamara comes on to punt. Malik Washington deep for Miami.
And he'll get this away into the icy winter air. That one sails out of bounds. The side judge will walk it off. And he says it went out of bounds at the 9-yard line. Nice punt. So Miami coming out for their second drive. They've got a 3-0 lead and the football as they start 1st and 10. In motion right here, Washington. Throwing now is Tagovailoa. And that one off the mark behind him, incomplete.
That certainly appeared to be a play call where they were just trying to make 2nd down, 2nd and short. I think they thought the coverage was off a little bit more than it was. Nice job there pressing up on it and forcing the incompletion.
An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. They'll bring the tight end in motion right here.
Out of the gun, here's a give to Achane.
And he'll do a nice job here just to fight his way back to the line of scrimmage. Officially nothing on that one, no gain, so they're left with still 10 to go on 3rd down. Looking to pass. Tua.
Open man is Waddle, complete. And he is going to have the Dolphins first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
That's good for a Dolphins first down. 1st and 10 at the 19-yard line.
He missed on his first 3 passes, was 0 for 3. Now gets a connection. Maybe that'll get him going.
Yeah, it wasn't a time for panic, but there was some concern because once you start in a certain pattern, you're wondering, can you get out of it? And that flips the other way, too, when you're throwing it really well. In this case, now he's got his first completion. They think he might be off to the races.
And that's going to be incomplete.
Had the right idea there, trying to throw it to the sideline, but he let him just a little bit too much, trying to get it out to his receiver. Ends up falling to the ground, incomplete.
So they'll come up after the incompletion for 2nd down. They'll send the tight end in motion left. Tua going to throw. Gets by him, and now a little daylight. And he's brought down at the 24 after a gain of 4. So finally completes his first pass. Credit the defense, though. They've been showing him some different looks, keeping him off balance.
Yeah, I like the observation that you had there, because when you give him different looks and give any quarterback different looks, it takes just a little bit longer to process sometimes, and you don't throw the ball with the same confidence. You're not sure that that's where you should go with the football, and that's worked for the defense early in this game, and now he's got his first completion. Let's see if his confidence comes back, and he starts to get into a nice little groove.
And that ball incomplete, nearly intercepted. Took a chance with that one. It'll lead to a 4th down.
Zone coverage there, and they were playing deep. That makes it obviously a little bit harder to run by guys. And that time, there was not much of a window to get the ball in there, and it winds up incomplete.
And the punter Bailey on now as he sends this one away.
So a change of possession here on the punt.
And the Jets will take over. The Jets headed out, and they are looking good in their new NFL Rivalries-inspired uniform set. And of the 8 teams who got the special treatment this year, this is one of the best, no doubt. This has been called their Gotham City Football Club set. And I tell you, with the green, the black, that gray trim, it's a good look.
To the right side is caught by Mitchell.
And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled.
First play of the drive going for 14 and a first down.
And the Jets, first down. 1st and 10 at the 47-yard line.
Yeah, that's a nice pickup there, especially when it comes on the heels of a 3-and-out the first time you have the ball. They were determined to not have that happen again, and that's a nice throw for their first down of the game.
Here's Taylor. And incomplete, a drop there in the middle third of the field. That'll bring up 2nd down.
It's 2nd down.
Whenever I see an in-route dropped, as we just saw on that play, I'm always thinking that in the back of their mind, they're worried about what's coming at them because they're going towards traffic on that route as opposed to being away from it and maybe having a little bit more space.
Here's a give to Hall.
And he'll get this down close to a first down at about the Dolphins' 44. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1.
That was a good run, and it got to the 2nd level. And what I mean by that is that's where the linebackers usually play. First level being the defensive front, last level being the secondary. But the strong safety position ended up making the tackle, and oftentimes we call them a hybrid. Combination defensive back, combination linebacker. We saw the linebacker make the stop.
Working the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he is going to have a Jets first down, and comfortably so, as he gets 5 there on 3rd and a yard.
As an unbiased observer, I think it would have been interesting to see what they would have done if they hadn't gotten the first down there. But since they did, I guess the point is moot.
Yeah, they were right there in that middle ground, field goal range, punt, go for it. But as you said, they picked it up.
That's downfield. He's got Taylor.
And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. An excellent pickup of 20 yards.
1st and 10 at the 18-yard line.
When this offense can get their tight ends involved, they can move the football. Here, a nice route, able to look it in, and picks up the first down.
So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18.
Here's Taylor to throw.
And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's 2nd down.
It's now 2nd down.
Once you get into the red zone, space is at a premium for receivers to try and operate and shake themselves free. That one's incomplete.
Taylor incomplete on 1st down. Here's 2nd and 10. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. And he's going to go down. Back at the 27-yard line, he's sacked. How about the safety, Minka Fitzpatrick, swooping in for the sack.
And another long drive from the offense, but the defense is denying them the end zone. Nothing to show for the last drive offensively. They can't come away empty-handed again.
3rd and long. Taylor and company hoping to regroup after the sack. Now back to throw. And pressure coming, and they got him once again. Call it a loss of 4 there on the sack. And speaking of the number 4, it brings up 4th down now.
We always talk about how teams are so competitively matched, and you just want to make those plays that give you an advantage. How about right here? The difference between letting them score a touchdown versus holding them to a field goal, that's absolutely huge with the play he just made.
And you know he hated taking the loss there on 3rd down. So on comes a field goal unit for the Jets. Here's Nick Folk. It'll be a 47-yard attempt from the left hash.
Folk's kick is good.
And that will tie us at 3-3. So as it turns out, that sack doesn't wind up costing them, Charles. They at least get points, get 3 of them.
Yeah, that's where your kicker can really come to your rescue, because you know after the sack there was a little consternation there. Are we out of field goal range? Are we going to be able to get 3? In this case, he stepped right up and gave them exactly what they needed.
Field goals all we've had so far. 3-3 now as the kick is away.
And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. The Dolphins ready to take over on offense.
They've shown precious little here offensively thus far as they try again with a 1st down now. Looking to put a drive together.
Hand off to HN to begin the drive.
And he'll take this ahead for about 4. 2nd down coming up.
Well, on every play call, you realize it's not going to go for a touchdown. So a lot of your calls are setting things up for maybe later in the game, trying to establish the inside run with toughness now, hopefully get to the perimeter later. And let's face it, you could do worse than a 4-yard run on 1st down.
In motion is Washington.
On play action, here's Tua. And this one is incomplete. Offensively, might be thinking, what's going on here? 1 for their first 7 throwing the football.
So maybe they're thinking about rethinking their strategy a little bit right now with the way that they're throwing it around, not having that success. Might have to lean on the running game for a little while and see if they can get him back in form.
Here's Tua.
He'll look downfield for Waller.
And unable to connect, incomplete. Now give them credit, they took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down.
And that's exactly what defenses talk about. You've got to find ways to get off the field when you can, especially on 3rd down. And 3rd down defense going to be vital in this game. Able to knock that one away and force a 4th down.
On 4th down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. So possession goes over here on the punt. And the Jets will take over 1st and 10.
New York's offense back out there and set to go.
And after the field goal last time, we'll see what they can get here. At least they got points out of the last drive, Charles.
I never met an offensive coach that didn't want a drive to end with a kick. Most of them wanted to end with a PAT, right? In this case, a field goal, they'll take it. Way better than the alternative, which is a punt.
Yeah, but you've met fan bases that wanted that, that weren't happy with that field goal.
I haven't met a fan base yet that wants to drive to end with a kick, other than the extra point. That's it.
And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage.
Jordan Brooks on the tackle.
He can rack up those tackles in bunches in the run game from that middle linebacker spot.
And what he has to do is make sure he congratulates the guys in front and tells them thanks a lot, because as the guy in the middle, the Mike linebacker, you're counting on your front 3, your front 4, your front 5, whatever you've got in front of you to take up all the blocking, allow you to roam and hit, and that's what he did on that play.
Finds his man, it's John Mechie.
And they work this well upfield across the 45. A 1st down there on a pickup of 25.
And the Jets, 1st down. First and 10 at the 48-yard line.
Now Taylor. Repeated the last play, going to Mechie here. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds.
At the 48-yard line. 4 yards on the pickup. Second and 6.
Second and 6.
From the shotgun, it's Taylor. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really. So after the second down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6. Taylor will throw.
He's got his target. That's complete. And he is going to have a Jets first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
First and 10 at the 40-yard line.
They kept the receiver in the short field, but that let his quarterback get the ball quickly to him before either guy in double coverage could react.
On 1st and 10, it's Hall.
Busting through contact. Just wasn't a huge hole there for him to operate. Stopped just inside the 35-yard line. These two teams all tied after one. Second quarter now from MetLife Stadium. The Jets with the football here.
Here's a 2nd and 3 now from the 33.
Taylor.
A throw left sideline falls incomplete.
Incomplete. Brings up 3rd down and 3 yards to go.
The 8th play of the drive coming up. It's 3rd and 3. Now Taylor to throw.
That is caught.
And he's got another first down as he's brought down at the Dolphins' 23. The Jet passing game in rhythm. They've got another first.
First down. First and 10 at the 23.
Seems as if the passing attack's starting to heat up a little bit here in the second quarter.
You can sense and you can see the momentum because now they're reading their patterns downfield, they're understanding the coverages, and they're finding the open holes in the defense.
Caught left side by Mechie.
And he is out of bounds, looks like right at the 15. They'll wind up getting 7 on the play, and it'll be second down.
Second and 3.
Here's Taylor.
Mechie has it on the slant.
Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another first down.
And the throw and the catch were just fine, but against zone coverage when you run a drag route, what you're hoping for is he makes the catch and makes someone miss, and they don't there. Very difficult route to run when everyone has their eyes back towards the quarterback and they're able to see the route develop.
Again, it's Taylor.
This pass sideline to Hall.
And a pretty little juke move there on a nice game.
It's a gain of 8. Brings up 2nd and 2 at the 3-yard line.
Here's 2nd and 2 now from the 3.
Now it's Taylor. That is caught by Mitchell for a Jets touchdown. 2 yards on the touchdown there. And the Jets have taken the lead.
You always admire a guy who can go through his progressions and find the open receiver. I believe we just saw that there.
And we admire him just a little bit more when it goes for a touchdown. Nick Folk for the point after. And it is up. And it's good. That'll make our score 10-3 now.
Dolphins 3.
Folk now set to boot it after his guys put 6 on the board.
And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27. The Dolphins about set to go to work on offense. Still in the first half, but this offense has struggled. Haven't really been able to get anything going, not only in the points category, but in the yards category. Let's see if they can do better here on this drive. Tagovailoa and the Dolphins come up 1st and 10
at their own 27.
Here's Achane to start the drive.
And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. Great way to start the drive. 20 big ones and a first down.
That was good, tough running right up the middle. And if the defense can't penetrate and make him slow his pace or change direction, that's often the end result.
A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10.
Again, it's Achane. And a good push there defensively as they stop him at the 48. A gain of just 1.
They went right back to him, but he pretty much had nowhere to go on that play.
Yeah, the previous carry looked pretty good. That one, maybe he was a little tired. I don't know.
Yeah, maybe he should have tapped out and had a second back come in and maybe make that run. Who knows?
2nd and 9.
Going to the air, Tagovailoa. Got a man open, it's Darren Waller. And that's going to be another first down as the tackle made at the Jets' 26. A good pickup there, 26 yards.
And that was good protection there. No, that was great protection there because it allowed him to lock in on his receiver, although I think he was looking for his tight end on the corner route all the way. Nice connection there for a really nice game.
And he stopped immediately there. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
No doubt about it. A really nice job there by the defense, not allowing him to get to the perimeter. But that means your defensive ends, your outside linebackers, the guys that you pay big money to sack the quarterback, they also have to have interest in the running game as well. And they did a nice job there of holding the point of attack and not giving ground.
Now a play fake. Here's Tagovailoa. Well, that'll be incomplete. Well, he took a shot as he let that go. And it's going to bring up a 3rd down.
Play action's supposed to be used to slow down pressure, slow down blitzes. In this case, though, if it takes a little too long to develop, you got people right in your face.
And lucky just to get rid of the ball with the arm going forward. Could have been a fumble.
Tua sets up to pass it.
Nowhere to turn this time, and he goes down. Sack back at the 29. Call it a loss of 4 there on the sack. And speaking of the number 4, it brings up 4th down now.
Everybody was coming on the blitz that time, and they got home.
And you know the expression, hat on a hat, in terms of blocking, trying to keep your quarterback protected? Well, if you don't have enough hats, that's the end result. Your quarterback goes down, and sometimes he goes down hard.
Riley Patterson now on for the field goal.
Made his first. This now from 46 yards away.
Patterson's kick is good.
And that'll bring them back within 4.
So they're able to end that drive with 3 points in this one-possession ball game.
And ideally, you want to end every drive with points. Most quarterbacks would tell you, let's end it with a kick, right? A PAT, that's number 1. Field goal you'll take. Punts, you really don't want to do that. In this case, they'll take the field goal and get prepared for the rest of the game.
And Patterson back out there to send this one away. A solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32. Another go-around now for the Jets offense. A long drive last time out for this offense, Charles. If you remember, they started basically in the shadows of their own end zone, marched it down the field, and a lot of that was through the passing game.
And, partner, as a former defensive back, I'm having almost a physical reaction watching what's happening right now. But let's give credit where it's due because they've done an excellent job moving the ball through the air. Secondary getting picked apart pass by pass. Obviously, they need to make some adjustments there on the back end.
And because offensively, we know that they're not going to be shy about throwing that football.
Timing is crucial in any route thrown, but when you throw an out, so many things are going through the mind of the receiver. Catching the ball, timing it up with the quarterback. Are my feet going to get down inbounds? On that play, all those things going through his head might have caused him to drop it.
Taylor incomplete on first down. Here's 2nd and 10. They'll drop the throw.
And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively, and now it brings up 3rd down.
That sure looked like a nice call by the defense, and they were very cohesive in their coverage. As soon as he cut inside, they broke on the football and met him as the ball got there and forced the incompletion.
Now Taylor. Throw right side, complete to Williams.
And he'll get this to the 40, but that's still going to be a few yards short of the first down.
A gain of 8 there on the play. And that'll bring up 4th down.
A short gain that doesn't get them the first down brings up a 4th down situation.
Really nice job defensively. They knew where the sticks were. They got the stop before it.
So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away.
It'll be a net of 40 yards following a punt of 44. And it'll be Dolphin football. And now this offense comes back out onto the field.
And last time able to get 3. It's not what they wanted. They wanted 6, but they got at least something. They mustered something out of the drive.
They'll take it. I like the way you've described it. Not ideal, but they'll take it. Anything to put some points on the board. But this time on offense, they don't even want to see the field goal kicker trot on the field. They want that ball in the end zone.
Yeah, they'll be going for 6.
A quick throw complete to Washington. Then he'll be taken down at the 20 after a gain of just 1.
The goal of a wide receiver screen is get enough blockers in front to create a wall and let him pick his spot to run the football. How about the defense there, swarming to it and not allowing that to happen? Did not let him get downfield.
2nd down and 8. Tagovailoa working out of the gun.
He'll be taken down. The Jets get in there for the sack.
Multiple players getting home there for an 8-yard loss. I thought there at the end he may have had a chance to release that, but that pocket closed a little too quickly and down he went.
Yeah, he was certainly trying to do everything he could to extend the life of the play, probably counting in his head 1, 2, and then he ran out of time.
So now after the sack, Tua and the Dolphins staring at a 3rd and long. Here's Tagovailoa to throw. Out to the flat. That's complete to his running back. So they'll wind up losing 5 yards on the play. And that's going to bring up a 4th down.
When you lose that kind of yardage on a pass play, you often expect it to be a sack, but that wasn't the case there. They completed the pass. Probably would have been better off just dropping the football and making an incompletion as opposed to catching it and losing that kind of yardage.
Upon a 46, a return of 5. And the Jets will have a short field to work with as they take over 1st and 10. New York set to take the field.
No points last time out. They were forced to punt, if you remember, but no time to dwell on that. They've still got the lead here and a chance to add to that here. 1st and 10 as this new drive starts.
Out of the gun, it's Taylor. Left side, that's caught by Mitchell. So the completion good for just 3. And it'll be 2nd down.
A 3-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 7 at the 45-yard line.
Now it's Taylor. From left side, complete. That's Hall. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or 2 shy of the 30. 14 yards is the pickup there and a Jet 1st down.
For a Jets 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 32-yard line.
One of my old teammates called me the other day when he was watching the game. He's like, man, trying to watch an NFL game and trying to account for their passing game? That's difficult. And just when you think you get everything covered, here comes a back out of the backfield. And in this case, he picks up the 1st down.
Over the middle, and that's to Taylor, the tight end.
And inside the 20 before he's brought down. 15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another 1st down.
Good, strong throw and catch right there. And so far in this game, the alleys have been open for them to get completions, and they're taking advantage of it.
So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10. A handoff for Hall.
And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4.
50 yards now on the ground on just 7 carries.
I'm not sure how much more evidence they need, partner, than to understand that if they don't start to slow him down, it's going to be a long afternoon here at the stadium because he is just shredding them at this point. And let's face it, coming into the game, they knew he would be the focal point of their attack. This is going to take an 11-man unit on the defensive side to start making plays.
To the end zone, but knocked away and incomplete.
Quarterbacks work all the time on manipulating a defense with their eyes and their head movement. In this case, he just stared the receiver down. That allowed for excellent coverage, able to knock that one away.
Line of scrimmage, again the 4-yard line, 2nd and goal.
Davis going to take this down just short of the goal line. He got 3, but could not get the ball over the chalk.
They get 3 yards closer, but still work to do. It's 3rd and goal. Here's Taylor to throw.
They'll try to put...
And he's in. Touchdown, Jets. Tyrod Taylor.
A touchdown run there from a yard out. And the Jets add 6 to their lead.
They were looking to pass the ball there, but they forgot to account for the man with the football.
Yeah, I can hear people right now saying, well, why don't you have a spy in your defense, someone who will dance with him and go where he goes? Well, oftentimes if you utilize a spy, you've taken away someone in coverage as well. And oftentimes, the spy, not as athletic as the guy he's trying to keep up with, so he gets defeated anyway.
And he turns 3rd and goal into a touchdown. Extra point up and good by Folk. And that pushes the lead up to 11. So that winds up a 7-play drive all told.
And it was capped off by a Tyrod Taylor touchdown run.
Folk now set to boot it after his guys put 6 on the board.
And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line.
Out comes the Dolphin offense now as they get set to take over here.
These guys definitely hoping for a better showing than their last appearance. They couldn't really even move the football much beyond the shadows of their own goalpost, Charles. We'll see if they can get a better, more sustained drive going here.
Yeah, and every team that we ever talk to says the exact same thing. When you start a drive from that deep in your own territory, the goal is a minimum of at least 2 first downs, because even if you have to punt then, you change the field position, right? You flip the field a little bit. They didn't get that done. This time they want to string together a nice drive and help themselves out.
And a dangerous throw there on the drop-off. Incomplete, nearly intercepted.
Well, he certainly didn't like what he saw at all from the coverage on his primary reads, and he didn't even have any luck trying to get back to his safety valve. Give defense a credit. Coverage was in lockdown mode everywhere.
Up the middle, Achane.
And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage.
It'll be a loss of a full 3 yards there, and it also brings up 3rd down.
Defensively, he has been a presence in their backfield in the first half. Had a sack earlier, and now he comes up with a big tackle for a loss.
And this offense on 3rd down today, they've had their troubles, just 1 for 6. This is going to be 3rd and 13. Tua going to throw. Oh, that is incomplete.
Good clean play. No flags coming out of the pocket of the officials. Turns into an incompletion, and that should get him off the field with a 3-and-out.
Jake Bailey on now to punt here on 4th down.
And the fair catch is made at about the 27-yard line.
Second quarter action, 1:56 remaining. The New York offense taking over for their next possession.
And they'll just simply be looking to build off the confidence of the last time out where they scored a touchdown.
And confidence is powerful, isn't it? When you score once, you feel like you can go back out there and get it done again. Doesn't matter what the defense throws at them. They feel like they're in a groove right now, and they want to get out there and show it.
Yeah, hoping to stay in that groove here this go-around.
Now a 2nd and 6.
Taylor.
There's Hall bringing in another one. That one a first down pickup of 8.
That's a pretty play there coming out of the backfield, but as that back, you've got to be conscious of making sure you're securing the football. When you get out in open field, sometimes you get a little loose with it as you're trying to get up ahead of steam. Make sure you keep it close to your body because those defenders are trying to punch it free. He does a nice job there protecting the ball and picking up a first down.
And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35.
25 yards there on the catch and run.
That's another Jets first down. 1st and 10 at the 36-yard line.
Well, every now and then I can speak from experience because I do know as a defender, it is awfully hard to stay with your man on these crossing routes because even if you don't get picked, there's a danger of being picked either by one of their receivers or maybe by your own defender. And on that play, that worked quite well.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Taylor will throw again. And he can't quite bring it in. Might have heard footsteps there across the middle. 2nd down.
Well, the incompletion, yes, but maybe here not the worst thing in the world?
No, not on 1st and 10. Actually gives them a chance to regroup, relax just a little bit. They huddle up, talk it over. Then they get a chance to continue their drive.
Here's Taylor. Well, he'll find Hall. And he's got another first down as he's brought down at the the Dolphins 21. The Jet passing game in rhythm. They've got another first.
Jets, first down. First and 10 at the 21-yard line.
To throw is Taylor. He's got it to Williams. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see.
16-yard line.
Second down and 4.
Throwing again, it's Taylor. Got a man, it's caught. Touchdown, Jets.
Mason Taylor in the final seconds of the first half. And the Jets would extend their lead here just before halftime.
That's one of the better examples of clock management I've seen. Whittled it all the way down just about and still put the ball in the end zone.
Yeah, just a methodical drive and something really to take into the lockers here. On for the extra point is Folk. And the lead is up to 18 now. So this drive spans 7 plays. And it ends with a Jet touchdown.
So time enough for a kickoff here. 5 seconds remaining in this first half.
And they will not get a chance to return this one. It's through the back of the end zone for a touchback.
First down Miami as they get set to start the drive. And with 5 seconds to go, this will likely be our final play.
Tua, the final shot before half. And this will be incomplete. 1 second left to go.
Normally you think the tight end's going to be able to catch the football and handle that contact, but in this case, maybe a little too much target to hit. That one was timed well, incomplete.
They'll throw now on the final play. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
So halftime straight ahead. Let's get you down to the Sunshine State and Scott Hansen with our EA Sports Halftime Report.
All right, Brandon, thanks much. Welcome in, everyone, to the Orlando studios. Scott Hansen with you for a quick recap of the first half, which has been strongly one-sided. This is heading towards blowout territory unless they can come from behind and get themselves a victory. Let's find out what happens in the second half. Let's go back out to the commentary team, Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
Scott, thank you very much. We are ready to get started here with the second half. The Dolphins down on the scoreboard, but they'll have it first as we get going in this third quarter. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. The Dolphins getting set to go back to work here in quarter number 3. And you have to think, Charles, down 3 scores already. They need to play an almost perfect second half to have a solid chance.
And that absolutely starts with finding some way to put together a touchdown drive here. They need to be smart, fast, efficient, get the ball into the end zone, and do it again multiple times in order to have a chance to win this game.
Tua and the Dolphins now with a 1st and 10
at their own 26.
Waddle, the motion man right. Tua getting it quickly out to Waddle.
And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage back at the 22. Not what they had in mind there. That's going to go as a loss of 4.
And we constantly talk about people being on the same page. In this situation, the 2 of them saw the play with the same eyes. They understood where the open spaces were going to be, and they found a way to get there to pick up a new set of downs.
Throwing now is Tagovailoa. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Here's Tua.
Well, the pressure gets there, and Tua is going to be taken down. Quincy Williams worked his way back for that sack.
I think we've seen this before. Someone's down 3 scores. That situation there, it's just going to add to their growing frustrations, don't you think?
Yeah, a bad number 3 right now. 3-score game, 3rd quarter, 3 and out, not what they wanted. And you can tell on the sideline, those faces are getting a little bit longer as this one goes. The Dolphins will send out the punter now as he's on for the 5th time here today. So here's the Jets offense now as they get ready for their first possession of the second half. Looking to put a drive together. Taylor will throw. It's caught. Mitchell. It'll be a gain of 5. And that's going to bring up 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 5 at the 35-yard line.
They go play action now. Taylor. The Dolphins get there this time, and they bring him down. They'll wind up losing 10 on the sack, and it'll lead to a 3rd and long.
And you get the feeling, Charles, yeah, he's got the 2 sacks now, but he may get more here. We've still got a quarter and then some to go.
And the way that he is playing this game, it reminds me of one of the best golfers in the world who can use every club in the bag and make a great shot. That's what he's doing with his pass rush moves right now, showing a little bit of everything. They have no way of stopping him.
Third and long. Taylor and company hoping to regroup after the sack. He'll drop to throw. He'll try and do this himself. And he'll take this beyond the line of scrimmage as he slides to a hole. The decision to tuck and run gets him 3, but that's not enough. Now it's 4th.
Nice call on defense, rolling out the nickel package for that big 3rd down play, and they did an excellent job locking down coverage and forcing him to try and run for it, and he doesn't get there, which brings up a big 4th down call.
On is the punt team now as this one's sent away. Call it 46 yards on the punt, just a single yard on the return as he was covered quickly.
And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over.
Then the Dolphins getting set to go here.
I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
Shifts by him, and they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line.
45 yards on the ground for him now on 9 carries.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Has had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice, because you're right, he struggled, especially in that first half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. I'm just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him.
2 yards on the pickup there, and that'll make it 2nd down.
Out of bounds at the 44-yard line. A gain of 2 brings up 2nd and 8.
They'll send a receiver in motion to the left. Off of play action, Tagovailoa.
And that almost their first INT of the ball game. Had his sights on it, but he couldn't seal the deal.
And I think he was a little surprised to see the ball sitting out there like that. That's a ball he had a chance to come away with, but it winds up an incomplete pass.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Tua sets up to pass it. This is intercepted.
Picked up by Jamie and Sherwood. And the Jets will have solid field position here as they take over at their 45-yard line.
When I saw the pressure coming at him, that just looked problematic. Hit him as he threw it, and the interception ensued.
Let me pay homage to the man who stood in this spot before. He always talked about how much pressure is in the face of a guy, and can he step into a throw. And when you can't do that, oftentimes interceptions result.
New York set to take the field.
They'll start following the interception in great field position at the 45.
Looking to put a drive together. After the interception, here's Taylor. Now he'll tuck this and run. And he'll be down at the 46. So they go from 146 to the other on a pickup of 8.
I do think it's fair to say that they were caught off guard a little bit when he decided not to throw it on 1st down. But give them credit, they recovered in time to deny him the 1st down yardage. But it's only 2nd and short. So that run is still likely to lead to a new set of downs.
Now it's Taylor.
Now he's going to step up and run.
And Taylor will slide to a hole with a 1st down. Give him 7 on the tuck and run, and it'll get him a new set of downs.
The defense did its job of taking away a quick throw, but that's only half the battle because they've got to get to him before he can make a run for it. A little bit late containing him there, so he makes a nice gain out of a play that looked like it was in trouble.
Now Taylor. Throw right side, complete to Williams. That'll give him 8 that time, and it'll be 2nd and a couple.
Nothing fancy on 1st down, but a very consistent type of a play. Hit that slant. A lot of people call it an extension of the running game, and it can be if that pass is completed, because you hit a guy on the run like that, you often can go for big yardage.
Sets him up nicely for 2nd down, staying ahead of schedule. Here's Taylor. He finds his man, complete. That's Hall. And he's got another 1st down as he's brought down at the Dolphins' 21. Give him 11 yards and time and a new set of downs.
1st and 10 at the 21-yard line.
They'll run here with Hall.
has reached the 5.
66 yards rushing now on 8 carries for him so far.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember the last drive, they went 3 and out.
They'll run with Hall.
And the hole closes quickly here. He can fight only to about the 4. Only a yard on the pickup there. 2nd and goal.
And now defensively, you have to look at this like the game's on the line. It's just the 3rd quarter, but another touchdown given up here could really spell an end to their chances, so they need to toughen up and keep them out of the end zone.
Now Taylor to throw. Try to get it to Williams, but it's intercepted. Picked up by Minka Fitzpatrick.
And the Dolphins are going to have it here as they'll start at their own 7. Well, still down quite a bit here, several scores, but yeah, at least that's a start, Charles, getting the interception here. And look, we're still in the 3rd quarter, so this thing not done yet.
You're right about that, Brandon. This defense, they haven't quit on this game. They stayed with it and got an interception and handed the ball back to their offense. And what you wonder about is the team that just threw that interception, they've got to be careful about developing a sense of complacency and thinking this game is over.
Washington in motion left. After the turnover, it's Tua. And he's going to be taken down. Sacked back at the 2. Give that sack to Harrison Phillips, the big man.
And this dominant defensive performance continued on that play. This poor quarterback has not received the protection he needs and has had to pick himself up off the turf far too often.
Got to assume this defense will be charging again here. It's 2nd and 15.
A run straight ahead with H.M.
And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. Give him 9 there. They still need 6 more now on 3rd down.
You got to give kudos to your offensive line and the guy carrying the ball because they were in a 2nd and long situation. It seemed pretty dire, but they brought it back to 3rd and manageable with that run.
In motion goes the tight end.
Able to find the open man. That's complete.
And way up past the 35 before he's taken down. Excellent play there on 3rd down. Give him 25 yards.
1st and 10 at the 36-yard line.
Well, we talk all the time about playing situational football, and right now I think the scoreboard is dictating what they need to do. Where they are in this game, they've got to push the ball downfield, take their shots, try and get big chunks of yardage in a short amount of time. That was a nice play there.
Now a play fake. Here's Tagovailoa.
Now, quick throw there, going to be batted away and incomplete.
Just what they need, a lecture from me, but subpar offense is what helped get them into this spot. And now they're continuing the trend with incompletions. That won't get them out of it if they don't change something soon.
They'll try again from the 36 on 2nd and 10. Here's Tagovailoa to throw.
Over the middle and complete to Waddle.
And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield.
Couple of Alabama guys there, Tua to Waddle for the Miami first.
Now what we're seeing, this is much better from this offense because so far in this game, no touchdowns to this point, and what's usually a direct correlation? Very few explosive plays. That's been their issue, not able to make that big shot downfield or break one off, but a nice game there for a 1st down.
Finding Waddle crossing the field and bringing it in.
They'll go for a gain of 7. And it's 2nd down.
The goal for any offense versus his own defense, find the holes where guys are available
and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. Tua going to throw. And the pressure gets there, and Tua is going to be taken down. Will McDonald gets in there to take him down.
So one quick, easy analysis about why they've struggled so far. They keep putting themselves in third and long situations. They just took another sack right there.
And the offensive film session tomorrow may be a little longer than it normally is.
Not a lot of positive grades will be handed out thus far.
So now after the sack, Tua and the Dolphins staring at a 3rd and long. Going to the air, Tagovailoa. He's going to leave this for his running back. It's complete. So he stopped for no gain. And that's going to make it 4th down.
Excuse my snarkiness here, but isn't the idea of completing a pass supposed to mean you get downfield and gain yards?
Especially on 3rd down.
Yeah, that one. How about the defense? Figured that one out in a big way. Yeah, they completed it all right and lost yardage.
This is away, but boy, headed straight for the sidelines.
The Jets offense and Tyrod Taylor set to take over once more. And he had it going in the first half, that's for sure. He's really had his way with his secondary. They've been powerless to stop him, and he'll look to keep it rolling right here. The New York offense taking over for their next possession. And now you've got the clock winding down here in the 3rd quarter. You're 3 scores to the good. What's your approach on this drive?
Too early to fully commit to playing the clock game. Yet at the same time, you're also not going pell-mell like you would in 2-minute offense. This is what NFL offenses call 4-minute football. Take the clock out of the game a little bit, wind it down, but at the same time, keep advancing the ball down the field.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. Taylor. Over the middle, the catch made by Mitchell. A very good move, but for a short gain out near the 32. Give him a gain of 5 on the completion. And now 3rd down and 6 to go. And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play as time has run out on this 3rd quarter. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now here at MetLife Stadium. It's Jet football as they've got the lead here, and we get set to begin quarter number 4. Now Taylor. This will be complete to Mechie. And he is going to have a Jets 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
15 yards. That's good for a Jets 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 46-yard line.
Well, normally you might say start running the football. You've got the lead here in the 4th quarter, but the way that they've passed it with such success, I don't know, maybe keep throwing it.
Yeah, I think you brought up something that goes against conventional wisdom, right? In this stage of the game, you would think you would switch to a running attack, but you're exactly right. They've done it so well throughout the game, and trusting this quarterback, I think you continue to do so.
Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down.
2nd and 10.
I would think as a play caller, you want to look for some quick hitters to your tight end. Any type of a route to replace where that linebacker was. Because when you saw the speed with which he reacted and stuffed that play, maybe use that speed against him in the future.
Here's Taylor. This pass out wide to Hall.
And he'll be down at the 46. Well, they go from 146 to the other on a pickup of 8.
That's a gain of 8. Brings up 3rd and 2.
The Jets on third down, 5 out of 9 thus far. Here it's 3rd and 2. Now it's Taylor. And he will not be able to hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's 4th down.
It's now 4th down.
Oftentimes when you're losing a game and the team's still throwing with this kind of a lead, you start playing a little more physically. And they took that opportunity right there to be extremely physical and force that incompletion.
And the punt team on now as this one's sent away. And there's a work of art right there. Out of bounds at the 2-yard line. The Dolphins offense now working their way back onto the field.
Well, we said it at halftime that they would need a nearly perfect second half to erase that deficit that they were facing, CD. But unfortunately, the second half has pretty much been a carbon copy of the first.
Yeah, that early lead was almost insurmountable the way their opponent was playing. And, partner, they do have some good news, though. This one is getting close to being over, and they can try and hit the reset button starting tomorrow.
And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up.
A loss of a yard.
They were just trying to get their offense a little more room down near their own goal line, but this is just going to make things worse.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11.
And they'll give this to Champ.
There's a nice move. And he'll go out of bounds just shy of the 20.
71 yards rushing for him now as he's run it 11 times.
Defensively, you've got the nice lead here in the 4th quarter. You're saying, if they want to get a run of a little over 10 yards, that's okay.
I hear what you're doing there, and I think you're onto something. They've loosened up on defense, so don't get fooled by the nice runs you're getting now. You've got to get bigger plays, possibly think about throwing the football a bit more here.
And he'll be out of bounds at the 25-yard line. So the completion good for 6 yards, and that will bring up 2nd down.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication, and as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
They'll wind up getting just a yard. And now it's 3rd and 3.
That might feel like a little bit of a lost opportunity there for the offense because the defense brought pressure that time. And sometimes against that, you can get out to your running back, and it can turn into a big gain downfield. But what a nice job they did getting to him quickly and holding him to a short gain.
They'll let this go deep for Waddle.
And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down.
That's coverage you'd expect to see in a tie game late. Not in a lopsided game like this. They are not letting up.
And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter, let's see how this plays out. They'll run for it. It's Gordon. And he picks up the first before he's taken down at the 29. No reason not to try it there, and they do indeed convert on 4th.
Thought they might throw the football with a little chunk that they had remaining on 4th down, but they ran it, they got it.
And the reason they were able to get it done, he ran that play with conviction, didn't he? Understood he would get a little bit of help from his friends up front, but it was really on him to go ahead and make the power move and get it done, and that he did.
A bit of a jump there, CD. He breaks the line, and that'll be 5 yards.
And you've got to stay more disciplined than that, Brandon. That's just a free gift to the offense.
So a 1st and 5 now after the 5-yard penalty from the neutral zone infraction. Looking to pass. Tua.
That's out to the flat for Gordon.
So the completion gets him just a yard, and it's 2nd down.
Well, offensively, that's the mismatch that you want. You want to force a linebacker to try and cover your back out of the backfield, out in some open space. But linebackers nowadays, they run like backs, and they take a lot of pride in covering. What a nice play he made there in the open field.
Throwing now is Tagovailoa.
Throw right side, going to be caught here by Waddle.
And he'll go out of bounds. It appears right at the 45.
Tua to his Alabama teammate Waddle. First down, Miami. Well, those are the types of plays they probably wish they had made more of in the first 3 quarters. And this deficit going to be tough to overcome here in the 4th. But a nice first down and a pickup on that throw.
Yeah, and this is where as coaches, you're looking for effort and execution even though the scoreboard is going against you. You want to find out who's going to fight, who's going to scrap, who's going to keep their heads up and continue to play.
You know, the trials and tribulations of being a quarterback in this league, it's tough. It's got to be wearing on him out there.
Well, he has been sacked a number of times. He had an interception, so I'm going to give him a skosh of credit for hanging in there and trying to make something happen, despite the amount of pressure he's been under this entire game.
Now he'll tuck this and run.
And he works his way past the line of scrimmage and then slides to a hole.
They'll wind up with positive yardage. It's a gain of 3. But now it's 3rd down. So 7 yards from the first down here as they come up to the line of scrimmage. Now Tua. And that's to the left sideline and incomplete. Another pass attempt, another incompletion. You figure defensively, you're in the 4th quarter here. You've held the team under 100 yards passing. You've done your job.
Especially in today's NFL, which is truly a pass-first league.
And no sign of Tua departing. 4th down, they're going for it. 4th down, 4th quarter. Here's Tua. They'll let this go deep for Waddle.
And a penalty flag comes in as that one winds up incomplete, but the contact is going to move the ball well downfield.
So now then the penalty's got him set up with a 1st and goal. In motion is Washington. On play action, here's Tua. Oh, he was hit as he threw it there, and that one winds up incomplete.
What we just saw there, that's really been a common theme all afternoon.
A lot of pressure. That forced the errant pass. He's been under duress this entire afternoon. He just had to unload that one. He's fortunate it was just incomplete and not intercepted.
The line of scrimmage once again the 5 as they get ready for 2nd and goal.
Now receiver in motion left.
Play action, now it's Tua. That is caught by Waddle. Touchdown, Miami. A 5-yard touchdown catch. And the Dolphins go nearly the length of the field and finish it off with 6 points. So a little bit of a letdown there defensively. I mean, look, you're still 2 scores to the good, CD, but things may be a little more uncomfortable than they had hoped.
Yeah, if you'd kept him out of the end zone there, this game's over. You've locked the door on him. Instead, it's still open a little bit, and they've got a puncher's chance.
Riley Patterson now for the extra point.
And it is good. That cuts the lead now to 11, 24-13 our score.
Dolphins 13.
So that drive spans 13 plays.
And it was finished off by a Jalen Waddle touchdown. And Patterson back out there to send this one away. And the tackle going to be made right there at the 25-yard line. The Jets offense and their quarterback ready to go once more. And he has been masterful so far in leading this offense. He's kept the mistakes to a minimum. He's been on point with his passes, and he's generally been one step ahead of this defense all game long. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive.
Now all of a sudden we've got an interesting game here. You just saw them go down and score a touchdown. And what was a comfortable lead at halftime, it's down to a two-score game.
And so the obvious thought is they've got to ramp things back up again. Got to get the offense into high gear. But we've seen this before. When you've kind of been in shutdown mode for a while thinking that you're okay, it's hard to mash the gas again and have everything work perfectly. They've got to fashion together a good drive right here and now.
Because defensively, got to be feeling confident. They haven't allowed a point this half. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. That's good for a Jet first down, a gain of 13.
And the Jets first down.
Now, I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely, you want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
9 yards is the pickup there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1.
If you can keep getting gains like that, Charles, with the lead here in the fourth quarter, I mean, keep running it, right?
No doubt about it, but what the offense coordinator has to do is understand they're going to continue to stack the line of scrimmage. What runs do you have in your arsenal that'll work against a stacked box and continue to move the ball?
Looking deep here from Mechie.
This is caught inside the 15. And he'll be marked down deep on Miami's side of the field. A huge play there for the Jets. 43 yards.
1st and 10 at the 11-yard line.
And this is seemingly how it's been all game long. This defense has been just a step too slow. And here they're burned again. Another big play.
So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10.
Straight ahead, here's Nwangu.
And he's going to take it in for a Jets touchdown.
Kene Nwangu
Taking it in from 11 yards out.
And the Jets have pretty well put it away here in the fourth quarter. So that drive there, CD, a good response, and that might be the one that gets them to the finish line, a comfortable lead.
Yeah, and that's all about not letting the team back into a game because they just gave up a touchdown. It was back to a two-score game, and anything can happen in that situation. But instead, they came through with a really terrific drive right there that ended in 6. So you like to slam the door on teams? In this case, they're trying to lock it as well.
Now Folk for the extra point. And the lead is up to 18 now. So that drive spanned 5 plays. And in the end, the finishing touch, an 11-yard run. Folk now set to boot it after his guys put 6 on the board.
And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped it to 23-yard line. The Dolphins offense and running back Devon Achane making their way back out. And it's hard to believe you could run the ball a whole lot better than he has. The vision, the cutback ability, the acceleration, it's all been on display throughout. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. Here's Tua. Little short pass here to Hill. So 5 yards here, 5 on the play. And that'll bring up 2nd down.
And Brandon, as you know, sometimes it's a lot tougher to run with these tight ends nowadays in the NFL. They're just bigger wide receivers. He lined up on the left side of the formation, ran a drag route across the field, and tried to work his way open. He was able to make the catch, but the defenders were there, couldn't do a whole lot with it afterwards.
And the Jets pressure too much as down he goes. Calling a loss of 5, a big sack to bring up 3rd down.
There's a reason inside linebackers are often captains of a defense. They call the signals, they have the opportunity to affect the game in coverage, against the run, and of course on blitzes. Living in the best of both worlds here, already has an interception. Now he gets to record a sack, too.
So now after the sack, Tua and the Dolphins staring at a 3rd and long. They'll set up a throw. And that's going to be incomplete. The contact there enough to jar that ball free, and it brings up 4th down.
Oh, I thought he had that one, and that was nearly a big 3rd down conversion to give this drive some life. Instead, they're on the spot and help separate the receiver from the ball.
The offense staying out there. They look prepared to go here on 4th and 10. They'll let this go deep for Waddle. And that's caught inside the 35. 4th down conversion plays, you usually think 1, 2, 3 yards, maybe 10. Not there. What a huge pickup as the Sticks make a drastic shift forward.
10 at the 30-yard line.
So in Jet territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 30-yard line. Tua sets up to pass it. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down. At this point, down big, you'd have to imagine this defense are just going to sit back, blanket the field as best they can.
Yeah, this is actually the easy part of the game for them because, just as you noted, they can sit back, keep everything in front of them. But they've blanketed the field the entire game using a variety of coverages.
Again, they will throw it with Tagovailoa. Complete to Washington. And he stopped right at the 25 after a gain of 5.
Timing is so important on a route like this because he's going to line up out right, then cut straight across the field. I think the ball might have come out a count or two too late because by the time he was able to secure it, not much of a chance to turn it upfield.
They'll look to throw again. He'll try and do this himself. And he'll maybe get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. Only able to get back a yard for his efforts, and that leads us to 4th down.
And, partner, I would guess that in his headset he was hearing from his coach, it's 3rd down, don't take a sack. And in this case, he's able to avoid the pressure and get out of there. He doesn't get the 1st down, but he does turn a possible loss into positive yardage.
Tua on 4th down. And he will be out of bounds well shy of the marker. So that's a turnover on downs. Great job defensively. So they'd converted their first 2 4th down attempts. Not there. Now they're 2 for 3.
You think maybe the offense coordinator expended a little capital on that one? You know, when you're 2 for 2, you can lobby for that 3rd one, right? Didn't get it there. Maybe now the head coach might not be so eager to go for it as we go forward.
Looking to put a drive together. He'll give it to Hall to start the drive. And bulldozing his way through. And he takes us up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. They may want to go back to that one. First play of the drive, good for 15 and a 1st down. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's Jets football as we get you reset here. And no doubt what they're looking to do is just salt away the final couple of minutes and escape with a win. And nothing much materializing there on the 1st down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it.
2 yards.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
This is 2nd and 8. Here's Davis. He'll try and run some clock. And he'll take this one across the 45 up to about the 46-yard line. 4 yards on the pickup there as it'll leave him with a 3rd and about 4 more for a 1st. They'll run it again here with Davis. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35.
17 yards for the Jets there as they've got themselves a first down.
That's good for a Jets first down. 1st and 10 at the 37-yard line.
Hate to be blunt, but it is just continuing to prove to be the case that this O-line is manhandling this D-line right now.
They deserve to roll up their sleeves and show up their biceps because they're doing exactly what you just described, manhandling the defensive front. They've got the leverage, they are powering through, and they're controlling this game.
So it's a win here for the Jets, and it was thanks in large part to the play of the man who's been doing this for a while, their veteran quarterback.
Yeah, he did a little bit of everything, didn't he? He had 2 touchdown passes through the air, another one on the ground, and that defense, they really had no answer for many of their drives.
So that's a wrap for Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, and this has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. For more, check us out at easports.com. It's a win for the Jets as we say so long from MetLife Stadium.